Welcome to Therapy Through Cards. I'm so excited to do this reading because this reading we are going to be looking at how is spirit about to shake up your life. Okay, and this is kind of like tower energy. If you guys don't know what tower energy is, it's just about sudden changes in your life. But what I'm going to explore here is that these changes are going to be positive. These are going to be shifts and changes and surprises and shocks that you may not see coming, but are going to be very happy when they happen. So I'm really excited to do this. We've got 4 piles this evening. All right. I just want to let you guys know it is quite light, but it is like the evening. So it is going to get darker the deeper I get into this reading. So I just give you a heads up if it gets darker. That is why, because the sun's gone down and it's nighttime. But yeah, I'm still going to give you your messages and it's going to be really exciting. I'm so hyped for this reading. So we have 4 piles. So I want you guys to use your intuition. Whatever pile you're drawn to, that will be the pile with your messages. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. So let's see how spirit is about to shake up your life. Let's start with pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Welcome. I have so much to say about your pile, even though we haven't even shuffled or anything. Your pile, first off the bat, was the most stunning. And when I say stunning, it's just the most captivating. Usually when I do a pick a card reading, there's a pile that captures my attention more so than the other piles. And that was your pile number 1. Even though I feel like it is not my pile, usually spirit will give me a pile for me in terms of messages that I need to hear. So it's really fascinating because usually the one that I'm really drawn to, the one that I find really captivating is the one for me. But yours isn't the one for me, yet I find it really appealing and attractive. So we're going to get into it. We are going to have a look at how your life is about to be shaken up, how your life is going to shift. If you guys know tarot, and you know the Tower card, this is what I'm talking about. But these sudden changes are going to be positive. These changes we'll have a look whether you see them coming or if you don't, because that will be very interesting. But ultimately, these changes are going to be fortunate. So what I'm going to do is, usually if you guys watch my pick a cards regularly, you'll notice that I don't have any pocket bags with messages in, but I will give you guys little intuitive messages when I feel the time is right. I wanted to use crystals because I don't know, spirit told me to do it, so I did it, but I will get you intuitive messages. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle on camera today and I'm going to channel and see what messages come through, and then we'll get into your reading. I am so excited. So spirit, for pile number 1, what is changing? Oh my god, that was quick, wasn't it? I feel like giving you 2. But pile number 1. Oh, okay. Immediately, spirit said that this is going to be an intellectual shift. So if you guys don't know what intellectual shifts mean, this is shifts that have to do with your mind, the way that you see things, the way that you perceive the world. This could be just basically an expansion of your awareness that is going to trigger these positive shifts. And I can already see a card that is turned up right, but we'll get into that in a minute. And you're probably thinking, yeah, okay, so all shifts or surprises happen when your awareness is expanded. That's correct. But for some reason, for your pile, I am getting that you wanted this change. You wanted this shift. And it's happened after your own inner understanding or inner awareness or inner realization. Okay? So this is really exciting because this is all about your inner world. It's all about you understanding a situation, and we're going to figure out what that situation is. But this is of the mind. Like, I am so excited to do this because I am a mental person. I have a lot of error in my chart. But you could have possibly a lot of error in your chart as well. Let me keep going because I can get off track and channel for hours. So what else, Spirit? For pile number 1, let's get some channeled messages. Yeah. Oh, wow. Guys, you got miracles. Spirit straight away screamed in my ear, miracles. So, far out. Okay, I'm already getting so many channels. Slow down, Spirit. Okay, guys, I see travel on the horizons straight away. I see you guys moving from where you're currently at, like physically. Like maybe some of you guys have decided that where you are is not where you want to be. You want to be somewhere else. And I know that it all starts with the mind. I think there's just some sort of insight that you have where you realize that I want to be somewhere else, or I know that I am meant to be somewhere else. So travel could be the case, which is the blessing here, which is the shock, which is the shift. So physically moving location. It could even be moving house. It could be, it just kind of makes me feel that you're about to enter a new phase of your life. That is what I'm feeling here. It's really, really exciting. And for your pile, this is, oh my goodness. Like, okay, so some of you guys may be young, you may not be, but when I say young, Spirit is referring to spiritual awakening. Like, you're young in the fact that you're awakening spiritually, and it's new to you. You're not like being on this spiritual growth journey for a very, very long time. You're just new to it. And when we're new, that is where we have these profound shifts. That is usually where it affects us the most. So your energy is very intense, pile number 1. And I am so excited to see a little bit of your realizations, because your realizations are going to make you change your physical environment big time. Okay, big time. Like, I'm not even trying to have a look at your cards here, but I think before I even consider the other decks, I think, because I can channel and read the energy of the decks before even touching them or shuffling them. Your pile is probably the most spiritual. The most spiritual pile, where you're going to get some enlightenment, and it's going to shake up your world, and it's going to shift your physical surroundings and your environment, and probably even your goals in your life, like where you want to go or what you want to do or who you want to be. Like, when we are affected or spiritually, how do I say it for your group? Spiritually awakened, will I say? We cannot help but change everything around us. You cannot have a spiritual shift or awakening and stay the same in terms of maybe the people that you're with or the environment that you're around, or even the same job. Like, I'm seriously feeling like things are about to leave your life. I'm getting like shedding of a snake skin. I'm getting that not just one area of your life is going to change, but so many areas of your life. So I do feel like your energy is really, really powerful, and it could be one of those moments in your life where you realize some spiritual truths about yourself, or just some understandings that just shake up your reality in a big, big way. Big way. Like, your pile out of all the other piles are, maybe you're new. Like, I definitely feel like you're new to understanding yourself. You have this interest or this intrigue, and then you realize some things about life or some things about yourself, because when you realize things about yourself, then ultimately your surroundings and your environment and the physical world will have to change. There's no other way. There's no other way. So I'm really excited for you, and I'm also a little bit nervous because this is big. This is big. So I'm going to get a few, actually, can you see your cards? You can. I always talk about spiritual awakenings, but I never really feel the energy of it as intensely as I have of yours. So I'm so excited. I get so excited when people go through deep spiritual transformative energy. Okay. This could be you guys facing your shadow. This could be you realizing that what you thought mattered in your life doesn't anymore, or there's just some there's some deep meaningful stuff that's going to come out of this, and it's positive, guys. It's positive. Some of you guys could realize what your purpose is. You could realize what it is that you're meant to do in this lifetime. It's that energy. It's huge. It's big. Let's get 2 more cards. Okay, I'm just going to try to channel and see exactly what comes through my clairs, because I'm just basically what I'm doing right now is reading the energy. So I do want to give some time to really tap into seeing what Spirit wants to deliver to me through my clairs. So Spirit, what do you want to tell me about pile number 1? Oh yeah, just positive stuff, like I always talk about. Like Spirit just said magnificent. Like this is magnificent. Could be like this energy is going to shift your whole life, your whole being, your whole essence. It's probably one of the biggest shifts and changes that you'll go through in your whole life, and I'm not exaggerating. It's just the way that Spirit is putting this. Let's get you one more card. You know what? I feel like giving you a self-care card. So we're going to give you a self-care card, because I am not playing with light energy here. It reminds me of a phase in my life that I went through about 5 years ago. So I do want to tell you, okay, how you know this reading is for you. If you do have really vivid dreams, if you have anxiety, if you have psychosomatic symptoms, like symptoms where you just can't explain why you are having these physical symptoms. It's this. So usually when we become awakened, or when we go inwards and we really, really connect with our spirituality, all right, usually it comes from a detachment of our physical and our mental space. And this is what your spirituality is trying to align, is trying to connect your body with your intellect. And you may be right now feeling maybe really just out of your body. You may be feeling like, or it could be totally the opposite, where you are having all these psychosomatic symptoms. And when I say that, I mean physical symptoms. Like you maybe have all these strange ailments within your body, and you just can't explain why you have it. You actually think there's something wrong with you physically, or you feel like you're sick, or there's something going on. An example of that would be like panic attacks. If you guys are having panic attacks, then I definitely feel this is your reading. But it's just feeling out of your body. You could have dissociation, where you just feel like you can't connect with your body. That is another big confirmation here if this reading is for you. This is all basically signs of Spirit taking you through this spiritual awakening, connecting your intellect with your body, with your physical. And then when we do that, our spiritual center expands. And it's really beautiful, because usually we have trouble connecting our body, our physical, with our intellect. And it's interesting because Spirit is like channeling with me deeply that it is about harmonizing your intellect with your physical. to bang, oh my God, like realize some really profound truths about yourself and existence. So this is really exciting. I think I'm gonna stop talking, but your channeling is really big. We'll get to the cards. But guys, what I have here in the cards is really big for your pile. I haven't really experienced this in a pile throughout my readings of all my YouTube videos. So you can this tells me that you're going through some profound growth in your life. And I want to reassure you that if you guys are feeling shit, or you're struggling, or you're just experiencing even nightmares, or like, I am sensing horrific pain for this group, and I'm just not gonna lie, because if you don't experience horrific pain, you're not gonna have any sort of spiritual awakening or spiritual insights or spiritual growth. So that is me reassuring you that it's okay that you're going through this, and it's all part of your growth. And I can already see the card that is faced up, and I'm going to explain when I turn your cards over the benefits of this spiritual awakening, or this understanding of yourself at a deeper level. So that's what spirituality is like understanding yourself, understanding how you interact with the world, and just where you fit in the world, and your meaning of life, and all that kind of stuff. So this is really, really interesting. What your big shift and surprise is understanding yourself. Understanding yourself in a way that you have to rediscover who you are. You have to meet yourself again, because the change is profound. So let me kind of tell you, this is interesting because I just channeled all that without even looking at your cards, and I can now look at them, and we're going to get some further insights. Because if you guys haven't followed my readings, usually my cards will when I channel, the cards will clarify my channeling. That's just how it works. I don't know. It's very mysterious and very mystical and very magical, but the cards will always confirm my channeling. And sometimes, they'll just give me that extra bit of information, or extra bit of icing on the top, shall I say. So let's have a look at your cards. Let's get into it. Let's see the exciting positive shifts. We all know it's deep within yourself. It's about your inner world. It's about your spirituality. It's about how you are going to show up in the world as you. This has nothing to do with other people. We can see how you will affect other people, but this is about your spiritual center and the impact that you have on the world. Yes. Wow. Okay, your impact's going to be big, because I'm feeling it already, especially those that are in touch with their spirituality, or spiritually allow themselves to grow. They will, you instantly have an influence on the world or other people, and it will show. So I'm almost getting Spirit's just trying to tell me so many channels, and I just have to take it one by one. Sometimes I have to be selective and be like, okay, I'm just gonna take this channel or that channel, But the one channel that I really want you guys to know is that you are going to be impacting on other people around you, because you have changed. Do you get what I mean? So I'll get into how your environment's going to change, but let's have a look, because this is all positive. I really want to reiterate that sometimes spiritual growth can be a little bit painful and a little bit dark and a little bit, oh God, I don't want to go there, but you're there, guys. You're deep in it, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. You're in the swamps of it. You may be a little bit anxious, scared, like I said, experiencing physical, psychosomatic consequences of this, but just know that this is all for your highest good, and this is for your purpose, and this is going to lead you to only what I like to consider abundance and power. And authenticity, by the way, far out. The more you are spiritually expanded and growing, the more authentic you are, and then the more you are allowing yourself to live life, because sometimes we go against it and we're resistant and we're just like suffering. And here is where you're going to get a level of peace. All right, you may not feel that right now, because I don't feel that within you, because I feel chaos, I feel struggle, I feel resistance, I feel pain. But we're gonna have a look here. So let's have a look at the cards that have turned over, because I always have a look at the cards that come out upright, because they're the cards that are like, pick me, please. So we're gonna have a look at these cards first. So you have growing, which I take as growth, and then we have the Four of Swords. Far out. And you have it in reverse, by the way. So with these decks, you have the reversal and then you have the upright. It's a really fascinating deck. I wanted to use it in this reading, because I haven't used it before. And then I was like, should I do reversals or not? And then I'm like, well, I have to consider the shadow aspects and the light aspects. So yeah, guys, we're going to have a look at this, because I don't want you to worry. I just want to comfort you and reassure you that the pain and the struggle that you're going through, or maybe some of you guys are so confused, or you're just like, I don't know who I am, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what's going on. There's this level of uncertainty here with the growth and the Four of Swords. So let me tell you what the Four of Swords is. The Four of Swords is a non-action card. It's a card where you're forced to go within. You're forced. And it's a card of reflection. It's a card of having to make meaning of the world, having to understand things that are going on within yourself. This isn't a card where you solely rely on the external physical world. You actually have to go within yourself, and you have to understand it. You have to intellectualize it, especially with the swords, because the swords is all about your mind. So you're going in, you're making meaning of your experiences, your relationships, just everything to do with the mind, your thoughts. And usually, if it's upright, let me show you what it looks like upright. That's upright. It's a very peaceful, it's a very calm energy, right? It's like, okay, I'm just going to meditate. My thoughts are calm. Everything is okay within myself. I'm allowing to be in the moment. Whatever it is. Like, there's just a level of acceptance. But you guys have it upright. I mean, you don't know. No, wait. Sometimes I get so confused, because you have it in the debilitating aspect, in the shadow aspect. This man is like, oh my God, save me. What's going on? So basically, this man is maybe resisting a little bit of having to go within themselves and understand what's going on, face some hard truths, face their shadow. There's a level of chaos and what's the word? Unrest. You're not rested like this guy, right? You're unrested. But I want to say to you, okay, because I'm very big on you guys having to go through stuff in order to grow and to become your highest version, to fulfill your potential. You can't do that if you're like this. You can't. No. You can't do that. So the reason why it's in reverse is because it's next to the growth, because you're learning and you're growing and you're realizing parts of yourself that may be quite full on, dark, and making you suffer. But suffer for the sake of the fact that you're about to realize things in your life. These shifts are going to be a massive milestones to your self-development and your growth. So we'll have a look with the rest of the cards of what you're going to be blossoming. I kind of feel like maybe these flowers are you blossoming in certain areas of your life, or certain understandings that you have in the world. But that growth is painful. So that's why you have the Four of Swords in reverse, because you cannot be in that peaceful energy and have the growth card. No. So that is really exciting. Let's go to after the storm. that's been faced up. So this card wants to be seen first. Oh my god, then it goes, oh, nearly fell out of my hands. Okay, so after the storm, I love this because that is the storm there. Can't you see that? Like, I would say that he is feeling freaking uncomfortable in the storm, in the chaos. And now it's after the storm. And owls always represent wisdom for me, always represent spiritual learning. Owls could also represent messages. So you may be definitely starting to realize your connection with spirit. It could be deepening. You may hear from spirit in your dreams, or you may be receiving messages in your daily life. I always like to say that everything in your life, in your surroundings, in your physical world is a message from spirit. And I say that because usually we're a little bit blind to understanding and going within ourselves and, I guess, intellectualizing what that means for us. Because you can't, okay, I'm going to get really deep here and I hope you guys can follow me. If not, just zone out. It's okay. You're not ready to hear it. But your physical world and your internal world, there is no difference. It's the same. It's not separate. So what happens in your physical world is going to shift your internal world, and what happens in your internal world is going to shift your physical world. And there's something about, I totally lost my train of thought. I hate this. When I get channels and I just lose my channel. But basically, guys, you are going to change holistically, like everything. And we're going to see how you're going to change, because I'd like to know that, because all I'm seeing is change. You guys realizing that you've gone through some stuff with the storm, and I congratulate you, because we all have to go through that, because a lot of people in life will try to prevent storms happening in their life. They will try to resist the changes, or they'll try to use coping mechanisms to try to not have to actually take the wisdom and the lessons from the storms in their life or their pain, because it's too hard. But what they don't understand, which you are understanding, by the way, is that if you do learn the lesson and that you do go through it and you accept it and you realize how it contributes to your growth and how it changes you, then your life is going to be much better off and a lot more easier in the future in the long term. So if you guys have been suffering, but you have been acknowledging it and you've been trying to understand and grow and learn the lessons from it, we're going to have a look with the other cards of what the benefits of that is. Because I do feel you're not the one to repress it. You're not the one to not face your shadow. Like, this guy's facing his shadow. I mean, I feel sorry for him, but at the same time, I'm like, you got this. You got this. Yeah, it's hard, but because if you don't, then you're not going to fully recognize who you are and step into your potential and have a more meaningful and enlightening and enriching life. Life will always be tough, always be against you, always be a problem, always be negative. That only happens if you don't surrender and accept and understand why all this suffering is happening to you and what you want to make out of it. This is really interesting because it's kind of making me like, okay, here's your suffering on a platter. What do you want to do about it? Okay, what do you want to do about it? How do you want to turn this suffering into joy, happiness, ease, enlightenment, success, power, growth? Like, how do you want to do that? Rather than being like, oh, that's uncomfortable. Let's just push it down. Let's not acknowledge it. I don't want to go there, because that in the long term is going to, oh my goodness, I don't even want to, that is meeting the devil. That is meeting the devil. That is giving into the devil. So let's have a look about basically how this spiritual shift and the spiritual growth is going to affect your life in the long term for the positive, because that's what I feel like these cards are going to tell us. So that will be a little bit more of a physical, tangible thing that you can take away from this reading, because I do feel like this is very spiritual. You're probably like, yes, I'm going through pain, I'm going through stuff, I'm struggling, I have anxiety, I have all this. And so what do I do with it? Okay, well, let's see what Spirit wants you to do with it, because it's after the storm. So you're currently going through it and it's after. But I always say that owls represent wisdom. So you're going to turn it into some sort of wisdom or understanding or a great, profound insight. But let's keep going. What do we have? Oh, you've got it upright. I love that. So you're going to turn it into something materially. So you got the Ace of Pentacles upright. Ace of Pentacles, someone that's all about your material world, but specifically with the Ace of Pentacles, it's like you're going to be given an opportunity that could be rewarding in terms of expanding your finances or expanding your career. Or what I really get from this card, guys, is that you guys are going to be given an offer. That just came through. So an offer is going to be given to you because of everything that you've gone through. I'll have a look at the other cards, but I want to have a look at what that offer could be about. Shine your light in your dark. Oh my God. We're talking about your light aspects and we're talking about your dark aspects, which I like to consider as your shadow aspects. And we have shine your light. The darker you go within yourself, the lighter you're going to shine. The greater your light will shine. Oh my goodness, guys. So you're just going to be this beacon of light for other people. And I want to know how you're going to shine. Success. Success. This is such a fascinating, like all the colors within this reading kind of all connect. Because can you see here that we have the light, the golden light, and it's like shining off this guy. And then we have like the golden light behind her. And then we have the golden, I don't even know what that is. Could be the moon or it could be the sun. But there is just so much golden light here because of how much darkness you've had to endure. I always get really angry and irritated by people complaining about having to go through stuff that are painful, dark, or struggling, or resistance. It's like, you should be so effing grateful that you can experience that and feel that and allow that into your reality. Because if you don't and you just are unaware of it, then there's no hope for you to really shine. So be grateful for your darkest parts of yourself and the negative feelings that you feel within your life, because once you become aware of them with the Four of Swords and you make meaning of them and you expand your consciousness and you decide of how you're going to live. Because that, oh my God, God, I love this because Spirit's giving me this channel. So you can decide how you're going to live your life by the suffering that you experience. If you didn't have suffering, then you would just be like, yeah, this is great. This is how I'm going to be. You're more likely to go along with those that you're more likely to go with everyone else, or be happy for other people to make your decisions. So I hope that makes sense, but let's keep going. The child orphan, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Oh my God. So some of you guys, this is the archetype deck, by the way. So maybe you guys had a struggling childhood upbringing. Maybe some of you guys felt like an orphan, even if you did have a really safe upbringing where all your needs were met. There is something about you feeling like you're an outcast or an orphan. or you having to be independent at a very young age. Learning to go it alone, get out in the world and having to survive, which is tough as a child. Maybe you guys had to grow up quicker. Maybe some of you guys are doing that right now, having to grow up at a very young age. Mars. Woo! I love how you've got it with the child orphan, because they're both red, and red is like fiery passion and survival, and like, look at this, your physical energy, drive, strength, and lightning spirit to survive as a child. So some of you guys may have had to figure out how to survive at a young age. And now, which is really interesting, because this is getting me like, okay, I'll tell you what these two cards are giving me, like protective defense mechanisms. Whereas you had to protect yourself by putting up defenses. Because if you didn't, then you wouldn't have been able to make it to where you are now, because you didn't have that support of your family. I do kind of feel like that, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe most of you here that chose this pile didn't have the best family upbringing, or didn't feel supported, or didn't feel safe, or didn't feel like they could really open up and you could be yourself, guys. Because how can you be yourself if you're constantly trying to make sure that your physical surroundings isn't going to destroy you? How can you really sit with yourself with the Four of Swords and be like, hey, this is what I think, this is what I reflect, this is what I want. There's almost this being thrown into the fire and trying to not burn yourself. But what's coming in now with the shift is that I think a lot of you are now having that space where you can shift this Four of Swords. You don't have to constantly be on your defense or fighting or trying to survive. You're able to go in and make choices for yourself. You're able to go in and decide, this is the trajectory of my life that I'm going to take. This is what I want to do. These are the opportunities that I'm going to take. With these two cards, I do kind of feel like maybe you didn't have those opportunities to do what's right for you. These two cards don't give me like a selfish energy. It's like, okay, I have to protect myself. I have to do what's right, or I will basically die. So now you're getting away from having to protect yourself, feeling like you have to put your guard up, act out of defense mechanisms. You can truly understand who you are. Like, this is crazy. Let's have a look at this card. Calm. Yeah. You can finally be calm. You can finally embody this energy, guys. A breakdown is often followed by a breakthrough. Remain calm. Yes. So there's going to be a breakthrough here, and it's tied with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, someone is going to see potential in you. Someone is going to want to offer you something, whether that is a position within a job, or it's a... what else could it represent? It could be increase in your finances. Maybe I just get that someone's going to offer you something, but there's also going to be this solution. After an insight, by the way, after insight. It's like when you have the pentacle next to shine your light, it's people are going to see your worth. People are going to see, okay, this is you. You have so much that we can gain from who you are and your experiences and where you've come from. This isn't about shaming. This is about seeing potential and wanting to work with you, admiring you, respecting you. This is amazing. I am so excited for you guys, because people can see how you've changed. People can see This is giving me level up energy as well. So for some of you guys, if you're experiencing, like I said before, physical symptoms such as like anxiety or what other things, like I'm just trying to go back to when I used to experience psychosomatic. I used to get numbness all over my body. I used to get tingles. I used to get like heart palpitation. That's a big thing, guys. If you get heart palpitations, if you have trouble sleeping, all these symptoms are basically going to cease. They're going to become, they're finally going to ease once you've learnt what it is you need to learn from it. And that comes down to you harmonizing your intellect with your physical, your mind with your body. So once you do that, then bang, you're a new person. You're a new person, guys. You're not going to recognize yourself. And you may not realize how bright your light shines until people start to change the way they see you. Or like you may get people come up to you and be like, hey, like they may ask for your opinions, or they may ask for your advice, or they may want to just hang around you. Maybe someone that you never ever engaged with you or thought ill of you or just didn't care about you is suddenly like, oh my God, like they have so much respect for you. So that stuff may start to happen. That may be the shift here. Sacral chakra is big as well, because that's about you being firm and solid within yourself. Okay. It's like you're knowing more about who you are and why you're here. And there's this strength that comes from the sacral chakra. So much strength. It's like, yeah, I've gone through all this pain and this struggle, but it doesn't define who I am now. Going from victim to oh my God, anything that you want to be. So let's have a look at your other zodiac sign that you've got. Capricorn. Amazing. Let's have a look at this one. Mother. So Capricorn is, you may be a Capricorn, or you may have Capricorn in your chart, but here it is about, it comes down to knowing that climbing the mountain or climbing any sort of, let's just say participating in any sort of challenge is easy for you. So basically the shift that I'm telling you that is positive is that the things that you may feel that are a struggle now are not going to feel like a struggle in the next coming days, the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months. So you're able to progress a lot more smoothly. You're able to be stronger than the other people around you. You're able to move ahead. You're able to gain. You're able to gain rewards, which I kind of feel like that Ace of Pentacles is. Someone's going to see your worth, guys. Someone's going to see how dramatically you have changed spiritually. Because when you change, when you become more spiritual, you become so much more stronger and so much more of a freaking, like, what's the word, spirit? You become like a threat, to be honest, a threat. So people would rather want to work with you and be on your good side than be on your bad side. So that's the level of power you have here with the Mars and the Child Orphan and the Sacral Chakra and the Capricorn. So no one's going to stop you from, like, sometimes mountains are, well, all the time mountains are hard to get to the top, right? It takes a level of persistence. It takes a level of strength. It takes a level of mental strength, by the way. It takes a level of patience. It takes a level of, it's just becoming okay with your suffering here with the Four of Swords. Like, there is a level of suffering here that you're going through currently, and just to know that it's going to help you grow, to help you climb, to help you take every single step forward towards whatever it is that you're got your eye on here. So there may be something in your life that you want to attain with the Capricorn. Because it's a level of, look at this, ambition. That is what Capricorn is. So you guys, with the Mars as well, like, nothing can get in your way now. Not even the feelings of you feeling painful or just whatever is trying to get in your way. You're going to be able to clear that out of the way like it's nothing, because your light shines so bright. And success is ultimately given to you guys, and success in the sense of a big success, like milestones. Like if you guys are working on trying to build a career, that's going to come in. You're going to get where you want to be in terms of your career. What else? If you guys want to be independent in terms of, I want to have my own house, that is definitely seen here. You're able to do it. This is about the physical world, only because we have the Ace of Pentacles and we've got Capricorn and we've got success. But it comes after you acknowledging painful spiritual truths about yourself. Then we have the Mother. So let's have a look at what the Mother says. Nurturance, patience, unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. Okay, I don't get a baby. I don't get, some of you guys, I mean, yeah, if you're pregnant, definitely you're going to have a baby. But this is more about you giving birth to a new you. A new you, guys. A new you. Having to go through this Four of Swords and growing, this growth here, having to, oh my God, like connect and harmonize your light and your dark aspects of yourself is tough. And you're doing it, and you will do it, and you will be successful, and you will be rewarded for it. Let's get some other cards, because I kind of want to have a look about these rewards. Because we know with the Ace of Pentacles, someone's going to want to, people are going to want your attention. People are going to want to be around you. People are going to, they're just going to sense the fact that you have leveled up, that you have, you're just so much more solid with the sacral chakra of who you are. And how you view your life and your world and what you want out of your life, guys. Let's keep going. I'm just gonna get one more. Oh my God, I just dropped the whole deck. It was half, yeah, I'm not gonna pick it up. It was on the edge. Okay, so we have adventure. So get ready, because you're about to experience an adventure that you're maybe not used to. Next to the, you're destined to be in the spotlight. So that's what I was saying about shine your light. Your light is going to shine so much more, and people are going to be drawn to it like a moth is drawn to a flame. So get ready, because you're going to be in the, look at this, the spotlight, the light, your light. So you're going to be more, oh my God, people are going to demand more of your time. People are going to demand you to share what you think, you know? Like, if you guys have been, I just want to have a look at this. I just want you guys to see the Mars and the child orphan. If you guys have been, as a child, you know, told to be quiet and told not to really have an opinion, or just not being considered to use your voice, that's going to change, guys. That's freaking going to change. We have complicated, we have you're a light worker, I'm not surprised, and then we have darkness. I am so excited for you guys. Only because this is basically what I'm saying. So you're a light worker, you navigate on a higher frequency in the middle of these two cards. You cannot become enlightened. Like, there's so much light in all of your cards. Light, 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 like spotlight. You cannot show people the way if you guys don't go through this and you don't go through this. So if you guys are feeling complicated in your life right now, things are complicated, things feel dark, it's because you're here to evolve spiritually. You're here to awaken spiritually. You're here to go through some really hard truths about yourself and understand who you are on a deeper level, and to grow and to be a beacon of light for other people and to show people the way. I am just getting, like, people are going to be bowing to you. Like, people are just going to be, you're going to suddenly get this level of attention that you may not have been used to. And that's what growth does. So get ready for the adventure of becoming more in demand, getting more opportunities in your life. But it all comes because, you know, you've worked through this Four of Swords energy. You've worked through this pain that the storm is giving you. And you're realizing that you don't need to protect yourself. You don't need to put your defenses up anymore. You've dealt with it. You've changed who you are. And all that change is going to bring so much exciting things here, as we can see. So pile number 1, that was nearly an hour. I cannot believe it. That went really, really quickly. That was crazy. So I hope you guys got something out of that. You guys are definitely my light workers, as we can see. My spiritual, beautiful souls, okay, that could definitely go into spiritual work or spiritual healing. I think some of you guys are already doing that. I would also strengthen your spiritual gifts, or really tap into them, because you have them. My God, of course you do. So guys, if something resonated in that reading, feel free to leave a comment. I love your feedback. If you like my energy, make sure to subscribe so you can get future readings, and I hope to see you there. Okay, let's get into pile number 2. My God. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. We're going to be looking at your shifts, your changes, your, like, things that are about to shock you, like things that are coming into your life that you don't see coming, and they're positive. So imagine a tower moment happening in your life in the best way possible. If you guys don't know what a tower moment is, it's just where your life just crumbles and you're left having to fend for yourself. But here, it's happening because some good stuff wants to come through, and we're going to have a look at what that good stuff is going to come through. So get ready for that. I am going to shuffle on camera. I'm going to get a number of decks, including tarot, oracle, and intuitive messages from this deck here, as you can see. But let me channel. I took a very long time for pile number 1, and I don't know whether I have that amount of time for you guys, but I'm going to nonetheless get your most accurate messages that you're meant to hear right now. So Spirit, what shifts are happening for pile number 2? What positive things are coming in? Oh, okay. I instantly am getting, okay, I'm just going to use those 2 cards. I'm getting that some of you guys are, just by the energies of the cards, is you're already doing something that you love to do. So there's something here, whether it's a hobby or whether it's your job that you really love, or whether it's whatever's taking up your time, there is something that you enjoy. And I'm feeling it deeply here. So we're going to have a look at why Spirit's bringing that up for me. because it's already happening in your physical life. It's not something that is yet to come. So currently you're doing something that you enjoy, whether you're aware of it or not. So maybe some of you guys don't know what it is that you enjoy doing, and here we'll highlight what it is. But most of you will know exactly what that is. Whether that is if you guys enjoy... Oh my god, why did Spirit say sport? That's weird. Okay, some of you guys may enjoy sport. A particular sport, or it could be a practice, like a spiritual practice such as yoga or meditation. Some of you guys may enjoy studying something, some sort of, it's an interest, it's a passion, it's something, you'll know what it is. It's something that makes you feel good. If you're not aware of it, what do you do in your life currently now that makes you feel good? Because Spirit's highlighting it right now, and we're going to explore why that plays a part in your shift and your change. Because maybe you guys are going to take something to the next level, or maybe something that you're doing now is going to become something that is going to take a lot more of your time. Maybe some of you guys are not taking something seriously, but Spirit's trying to push you to take it seriously. That can happen a lot, guys. Example of that is like some of you guys maybe just write... just, you know, just for yourself. It's nothing big. It's, you know, you don't really kind of share it with the world. But then bang, Spirit's like, hey, no, your words or what you have to say is pretty profound and amazing, and you need to share it. So Spirit's going to give you a nudge in the direction of you having to share what it is that you are producing or working on. So that's definitely an example of what I mean by that, okay? Definitely, it's just basically, if you don't really understand what I'm trying to say, is like there's a hobby that you're taking it in a professional manner. So I wonder what that is for you guys, because that is the shift here. That is the positive shift, which is exciting. Just getting more of your cards here. What else, Spirit? I'm just gonna try to channel. Pile number 2. Oh god, I just got like make a million. So what it is, guys, you have a talent. Like this is so usually when Spirit puts me in this kind of channel, which I'm in right now, it's usually because you guys don't realize your potential. You don't realize how powerful your gift is. You have a gift here. You have a gift, straight up, a gift. Can you guys see all your cards? Not really. Yeah, and I think some of you guys are already kind of you're practicing it as we speak, and you may not actually think it's anything, but it is. I'll tell you what the cards mean when they're turned over in a second. Okay, so you will be seen, you will be well known, you will be recognized. This is just the energy, guys. You are going to be sharing something pretty amazing to the world. You'll be in demand. People will want to be a part or be involved with what it is that you're creating or you're sharing or your skills or whatever it is that you have. We'll have a look what that is with the cards. I think the cards are going to share that with us. The birds are going crazy. Let's get you some other cards. What other cards do I want to... I feel like giving you another tarot. Let's get you a tarot. So for pile number 2, Spirit, pile number 2, any other messages before we get into the cards? Okay, so Spirit just told me basically an auditory message of don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So it could be quite scary. It could be something that is amazing, but it is a little bit scary. And it usually our biggest dreams are often our most, like, they're our most scariest, like, they produce the most scariest and fearful feelings within us. So So, oh my god, I'm looking at your cards straight up and I'm already seeing exactly what's going on. I just need to get one more card because we've... Oh, guys, hold in there. I'm going to go and get another card because I hate cards that are uneven. You guys have so many cards. I need to get you one more card. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's get into it. Let's have a look at your cards. Let's have a look at what you're doing right now that could definitely turn into something pretty successful. If you believed in yourself a little bit more. I think you do. I just think it's maybe some of you guys don't even realize what you're doing could actually be turned into something like gold. So let's have a look at the cards that have turned over, because those are the cards that want to be seen. They're like the pick me cards. So we have the Emperor, upright, which is lovely. So if the Emperor was not upright, it was like this, they would be like, I don't know my worth. I don't know my power. I don't lead an empire. I am nothing. I am worthless. That's not you, guys. You are this, like, people respect you. You're on a throne. You're an authority. You're a boss. You lead an empire. This is about you growing up. This is about you establishing some confidence in yourself, because this is Aries energy. You guys are realizing your power, or realizing that you have something that other people want to be a part of. And then we have the Ace of Cups. I'm trying to figure out whether it's upright. Oh, it's so nice that all your cards are upright. So this is loving. This is something that you love to do. Like I said, what are you doing? I really want to see if the cards can tell us what it is. But Ace is all about love. It's all about this new, it could be something that you've recently started to involve yourself in, because aces represent newness. But ultimately it is this feeling of love and joy. Wow. So let's have a look, guys. What else do we have? We have the Knight. Oh my god. Loyalty, romance, chivalry, and love and honor. With the Emperor, like, it's almost like the Knight would work for the Emperor, or the Knight would be the guard of the Emperor. The Knight here is just giving me the fact that you're so loyal to something that you love, something that is compatible to you, something that you respect, something that I just want to get to know what it is. Spirit, can you tell us? Let's have a look. Trust. Yeah. I'm gonna have to trust in your abilities. Saturn, the part of you that accepts a challenge to gain wisdom. Oh, come to life. That is such a powerful image. Can you see, like, she's trying to paint herself? She's black and white, but she's trying to paint color into her life. Oh, I know how you're gonna do that. Loss. Oh, wow. Oh, far out. Transform your life. Transformations. The last pile was very spiritual, but you're also spiritual. Enlightenment. Oh my god. I'm getting all your cards because education. Okay, there we go. That's what it is. Education. Let me just take all your cards in, just because there's so much here. So what I am sensing immediately is that a book? No, I think he's just building a wall. This definitely could be my spiritual pile, but spiritual in the fact that you guys could be teachers, you could be philosophers, you could be educators here just because of the education. But there is this connection to spirit. And I want to tell you why, because we have the priest. Facilitates a spiritual commitment, serves a channel of spiritual energy. So spirit works through you. And I think spirit works through you through what you do, what it is that you enjoy, because that's where spirit is felt, right? Through our passions and what we enjoy to do, because spirit guides us there and spirit is there. So where in your life do you feel a stronger connection with spirit? Because it is there that you are going to basically transform your life. Okay. Oh my goodness. Pile number 2. You have a lot of knowledge. I want to tell you what the Saturn card represents. Saturn card represents that you guys have learnt through your losses. You've learnt the lessons through things that have left your life or things that you were not in control of. So losses could be relationship losses, family losses, losses of things that brought you joy. Because that's what hurts the most, when something that we enjoy is taken away from us. That's where we feel the loss, right? And it's painful. But you have Saturn next to this, guys. Saturn is the teacher, and you have education here. Oh my God. You literally could be, just tells me if you're not studying to be a teacher, you're studying, you are a spiritual teacher nonetheless because of life. Like, you're a teacher of life, but you're also a teacher of the things that you've experienced in your life. Like, this pile has experienced a lot, so much to get Saturn here, because Saturn won't give you what you want until you learn. You learn, I guess you learn the lessons, or it's almost like making you work for what it is that you want. It's interesting because it's giving me this channel of maybe some of you guys wanted something in your life, or there was this pleasure, but it just wasn't authentic. And when I say authentic, it's just you weren't ready for that pleasure. You had to work for it. So I feel like whatever it is here that you may be working really, really hard, it could be a struggle at times. So if you guys are, I mean, you're already really connected to spirit right now. So whatever it is you're doing, like, you could be my artists, you could be my musicians, you could be my spiritual healers, whatever it is. You could have an interest in any one of those areas, and you're trying to, I think this is the realization that I could become a master at it, or that I could become an expert at it, because I have matured. And when I say matured, it's like you've gone through tests, you've gone through trials. Spirit has thrown shit in your face, and you're like, okay, I'm going to understand why this has happened. And you've learned the wisdom. So whatever, okay, I'm going to try to put it in like really easy terms for you. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, but you feel a bit of struggle, because that's life, guys. There isn't something where you experience something that gives you pleasure and it's easy. There's no struggle. No. It is about working through those struggles with whatever it is that you're interested in. Like I said before, it could be a number of areas. You've gained experience and wisdom and understanding and maturity within an interest. You've advanced basically with the Saturn and the education. Like, I wonder what it is. I really do. I really want to try to, sometimes spirit won't tell me what it is, but it says here, the part of you that accepts challenge to gain wisdom. So there is something that you're interested at that does display a level of challenge or resistance within yourself, but you're determined to work through that. You're determined to problem solve or just understand why it's happening, and then that leads to learning more about the area of your interest and advancing you to higher heights and making you more of an expert with the education. It's like, also, if there is something that you have just started, you're like, oh, I think I'm really good at this, or I think I'm a great singer, or I think I could really start to develop, maybe, I'm just going to say YouTube channel because that's what I do, so that's the first thing that gets to my mind. Maybe I could be on YouTube and I could develop a YouTube channel and create content, whatever it is that you find passionate about. With the Saturn, it's like, that's a great idea, but you're going to have to educate yourself. You're going to have to really, really put in the effort. You're going to have to really, really, Spirit will make you work for it. And that is the test here. It's like, if you really, really want it, and if it's really meant for you, you're going to put in the hard work. You're going to really, really dedicate yourself to it. And if you do dedicate yourself to it far out and you trust yourself, then that's where the Emperor comes in, and that's where you become the best at what it is that you do, that you decide to do, which is exciting. So I also want to tell you guys, you have a lot of spiritual cards as well. So you have the Enlightenment, you have the Protection, Liberation, the High Priestess, and you have the Priest. Wow, you have the High Priestess and the Priest. I would say that's the feminine and that's the masculine. You're definitely connected with Spirit. Spirit is working with you. Maybe some of you guys are really interested in a spiritual practice. That definitely comes through. And I'm going to tell you why. Because as soon as I looked at this card, I looked like, look at this girl. Look at the way she's moving. She looks like she's on yoga practice or meditation. That she just looks so bloody enlightened. I love it. But it's about trusting. It's trusting in that you have what it takes. And gaining everything that you need. Because we have the come to life and the transform your life. Basically, these are the same thing. So once you start to believe in yourself, trust yourself, get through any challenges or hurdles, gain all the information that you need, all the resources, then you're going to start to come to life. Then what it is that you're creating is going to honestly like shine. So this does tell me that you guys are in the beginning stages, or maybe some of you guys have made an effort in something and you're doubting yourself and you don't know whether you can make it or you can be successful with the Emperor, but you can. Spirit is saying you can for this pile, 100%. It's just about knowing that with the Saturn card, that with the loss card, okay, the loss is just telling me like setbacks. If there are losses in your life, it's not the end. It's not the end. It's just a step back. And that's what Saturn will do. Saturn will make sure that you have a step back or a couple of steps back to basically know that you're fit enough to become the Emperor. The Emperor just doesn't become the Emperor because he can just run to his throne. No. The image that Spirit is giving me is that he has to seriously go through a lot of freaking obstacles to be able to sit to where he is. And he will continue to go through obstacles. You cannot be an Emperor without constantly having to deal with conflict on a day-to-day basis. But the fact that what is really amazing about this is because his maturity and everything that he's learned has made him fit enough to basically attack any conflicts that happen on a day-to-day basis to do with his passion or his hobby or his love or whatever. With the Ace of Cups, that becomes I guess something pretty long term here. Examples is career. It could be, it's definitely something long term. It's something that you'll do till the end of your life. Something that you'll dedicate yourself with the night. But you're happy to suffer on a day-to-day basis because it's something that you love here with the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful. So basically, pile number 2, I'm gonna get a few other cards, but I just love the fact that you guys are going to be leveling up in terms of realizing how bad you want something. Like, this card is telling me, like, okay, your persistence, your ambition, your determination to be like, hey, you know, if I only believe in myself, the sky's the limit. I've got what it takes. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to educate myself further. I'm ready to become an expert. I'm ready to be the best at what it is that I find fulfills me with the Ace of Cups. It could be a number of things, guys. Just there is something in your life right now that you find interesting or you enjoy doing, and you're just basically going to take that and you could become the best at it. You could make a career out of it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting with these cards. So let's get some intuitive messages from Spirit. These messages could just like validate what I've said, or there would just be some general messages for you. Oh, okay, guys. Look at them all falling out. How interesting. Okay, I'm going to have a look at the ones that have turned over first. So yes, look at this. You were meant for something bigger than what you are currently doing. So okay, I do feel like for some of you guys are doing something that you're interested in, and you're going to take that and it's going to become on a much larger scale. That's what that means. You're here to be bigger. You're here to be more. You're here to trust yourself, and you're here to be successful with the Emperor. Could be something to do with writing and communication. You're spiritual here. You have wisdom twice, by the way. You definitely have things to share with the world. And with the priest, I forgot to say it. Like it says here, commitment serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So you could definitely be offering the world, you could be a channeler, writing with the High Priestess and the Saturn and the wisdom, and it's like sharing your spiritual knowledge or your spiritual downloads to the world. Because with the attached, you're attached as a to the spiritual world, basically, or to your spirituality. To live a more meaningful life, we have to connect with our emotions. How can you better do this? And it's funny because it comes up with the trust and transform your life. So you connecting to your emotions will, oh my God, help you, I would say, take you to a more successful place. Careful with education and enlightenment. That's a really fascinating message, because I will tell you that some things that you find out, you may not agree with, or you may have to really, really figure out what the truth is. Because this is all about you and your truth and your understanding. And if you listen to other people, I kind of feel like that could interfere with your purpose here. So just be careful about letting other people in who don't understand or who are not willing to learn their lessons with the Saturn and the education. Because they may bring you down and they may not help you fulfill your full potential. Because I feel like that's what it is here. She's got a paintbrush and she's trying to paint herself. So definitely some of you guys are creating something and you want to bring it to life. But just be careful with who you share that with. Share your ideas with. Because some people will not like that. Will not want you to create anything in this lifetime. Because I guess people don't like seeing other people go after their dreams. And you guys are definitely the pile that are going after their dreams. Yes. Anything written, guys. Communication, speaking, very, very big here. Speaking of what you've learned, what you've studied, what you've gone through. And delivering that to the world. Or an audience with the priest. So part number 2, I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope you guys got something out of it. That is how your life is about to shift in the most positive way ever. If anything resonated, feel free to leave a comment. I love to hear your feedback. If you guys like my energy, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for future readings. Let's get to pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Welcome to having a look at what surprises, shifts, what is going to shock you. Because this is the shock, the shifts that are exciting, that are positive, that you're going to be thankful for. So let's have a look. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle your file. I am going to channel. I am going to get some other cards if I feel drawn to. We're going to have a look. Pile number 3. What surprises? What's going to shift in their world? What do they have to look forward to? Oh, Spirit just said magic. So things in your... Okay, you guys are going to start to see signs, or you're going to start to see the reasons of why things are happening in your life. You may be getting a lot of coincidences or moments or experiences that you may call magic. It's like, wow, how did that happen? Or how did that person know what I was thinking? There is this energy of being at the right place at the right time and everything aligning. It's that kind of magic. Maybe some of you guys, I'm also getting, pile number 3, is that you could be thinking about someone or specifically daydreaming, and then suddenly whatever you're daydreaming shows up in your physical world very quickly, and you're like, oh my god, I was just thinking about that. You definitely are the pile where you may see a lot of signs in terms of angel numbers, so watch out for 111, 888, 333, all those kind of numbers, because Spirit is going to show you them big time. Also, you guys can make your own signs. Like, I always like to say this when it comes to connecting with Spirit. It's like, if you want Spirit to share something with you, ask. An example that Spirit is trying to share with me now, pile number 3, is if you want to know about something, okay, or if you have a question for Spirit, try to get them to show you something in the physical world. An example of this would be, sometimes I'll give you an example that I had. I asked Spirit to show me a certain animal if this new job that I'm going for is the right job for me. Okay. So that's an example, like you're asking Spirit to show you something in the physical world to help you answer a question that you're struggling with. A lot of that could be happening. That could be really beneficial for you, something that you may want to try, just strengthening your connection with Spirit and receiving communication from the Spirit. What else, Spirit? For pile number 3, what shifts and changes? This is interesting because I'm reading your energy a lot. Can you see your cards? There is something really, like I just feel there's something that you're not sharing or you're not saying. And I can feel it. Like it's almost like a frog there's a frog in my throat. And usually when that happens, it's like, okay, you're not being honest, or you're not sharing something that you want to share, or you know you should share, or you don't feel like you can share. So I wonder if Spirit's going to help you be able to verbalize or be able to share what it is that you're keeping within yourself. Let's get you some more cards. I'm just sensing that you're hiding something. What are you hiding, pile number 3? Oh, wow. Your energy is the loudest. It speaks louder than the other decks. Let me just try to verbalize it. Let me just tap into the energy a little bit more. Spirit to just say making a mistake. I don't know whether you have done something that you may feel really guilty about or resent or feel bad about, but I don't think you need to. I think it was the right thing for you to do. I think you've done something in your life. You've made a decision, or you've maybe let something go in your life or cut something off, and there's this aftermath of feeling, okay, was that the right thing for me to do? And I'm getting ringing in my ear. It was 100%. It was the right. Yeah, it could just be leaving something behind. And you feeling guilty, and then Spirit's like, you don't need to feel guilty. No. This is definitely, you definitely did the right thing. So we're just going to, we're going to have a look at, I do feel that you guys are quite private. I'll show you these cards, don't worry. I know you can't really see them, but you guys have a lot as well. We do have Sun and Aries new beginning, okay? So there is a new beginning that's coming for you, but I do feel like half of yourself is stuck in the past, or half of yourself is like, did I make the right choice? Did I do the right thing? Spirit, tell me. Like there's this communication that you want to keep having with Spirit to help clarify that you did the right thing. So let me show you why that makes me, why I say all this, because I can see your cards now and we're gonna explore. So the cards that face up, as you can see, we've got the Moon, we've got Divine Connection, we've got the Four of Cups, and we got the Four of Pentacles, and we've got the Sun and Aries. These cards want to be seen first. So I'm going to give the messages from these cards first before we turn over the other cards. So you may be a Sun and Aries first and foremost. You may not be. Aries is such a lovely energy to have here. I love this energy so much. Oh, I love it so much, especially for you guys, because I think a lot of you guys have been in the dark, or you guys have been withdrawn, or I don't know what it is, like being kept to yourself. I'm just getting being by yourself. And this is like this refreshing energy of like, hey, it's time to wake up, or it's time to go out and experience the world, or experience something new. Like that's huge here with the new beginning. Something new is coming in and you're going to accept it. Whereas maybe before you may have been a little bit hesitant or closed up, or just not ready, or just not even wanting to think of it as an option. You were so stuck in your ways. And I think that's what's shifting here, and that's what's changing. That's what's going to be really exciting for you. So let's go to the Divine Connection in the Moon. Oh, what an interesting connection, guys. Like to have the Moon with the Divine Connection. It's interesting because I kind of sense that you guys were hiding something or not revealing something, or because that's what it says here, concealment with the Moon. Something is not being shown with the Sun. But then we have the divine connection. So some of you guys may have been, this is, what I'm getting is like you guys having definitely a very vivid inner world and conversing with spirit internally. Maybe certain things in your life didn't make sense or didn't feel right. Like, if I was to read your energy, I'm getting a sense of, I get this emptiness, or I get this loss, or I get this feeling of like, it doesn't, this isn't nice. This isn't where I want to be. There's this longing for more. There's this longing to be somewhere else than where you're currently at. And I think a lot of you are trying to kind of conceal that because you don't want to share that, because that makes you look weak, or that makes you look like you're struggling. And there's this connection with the divine that you're trying to access here because of your struggles. You don't want other people to know what's going on under the surface, especially with the Four of Cups. But the Four of Cups is in reverse. It's the best card to have in reverse. Oh my God. So the Four of Cups is something of like boredom. It's something of like, I just don't like where I'm at. I'm not satisfied. But you're keeping it to yourself. You're not letting other people know that you're dissatisfied with something in your life. You're unhappy with something in your life. You're maybe not feeling the way that people may perceive you to be feeling. It's giving me the feeling like you're on your outer shell is giving off this different persona to how you actually feel. Maybe it's a guard. Maybe it's just to make other people happy. Maybe it's because you don't want to let people down. But deep down internally, you're like, I've had enough, or I'm over this, or this is boring, or this is like, I just cannot keep faking it. There's a faking energy of like, oh, I'll just put up with it because it will, to make other people happy. And that's shifting, guys. That's shifting. Whatever it is that you're trying to push down and not be seen is going to be exposed. It's going to be exposed. Maybe you finally realize, okay, I've had enough. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm over it. There's an awakening with the moon. Like, there's suddenly this finally facing what you need to face. And maybe the divine is helping you do that with the divine connection. But I think it's not an easy process. I don't think it's easy at all. It's really hard. It's, I think for you, it's just knowing that you're not alone. And having that presence of spirit with you will make you feel safe to make that move of whether it is ending something in your life, or whether it is letting go of something, or realizing you're better than where you're at, or whatever it is that you're trying to pretend isn't an issue. You're finally going to deal with it because you feel spirit's presence with you. Because spirit's with you with the divine connection. Like, you could seriously connect with spirit. Like I said before when I was channeling at the beginning of reading, ask spirit for verification, or to confirm something that you're struggling with, to help guide you. Because there's definitely a new beginning that's going to be so exciting. Like, this is such a happy card with the dolphins. But it will take a leap of faith. It will require you to have some faith, and to see the new beginning in an optimistic way. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. And Spirit reads to me with double numbers. So we have the Four of Cups with the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles is about maybe holding on to things that we no longer need. And then the Four of Cups is like in reverse. It's like, okay, we don't want this anymore. We're outgrown this. We don't find this interesting. We don't find this fun. So tied with the Four of Pentacles. It's like you're not letting it go though, but you will. You will. This is the shift here, guys. Something, okay, what is Spirit trying to tell me here is that maybe you guys struggle with letting go of things, or speaking up your truth, or anything that requires you to have confidence, because that's what the Sun in Aries is. Sun in Aries is going to give you the confidence to say no, or to realize that I don't want to be treated this way, or I don't want this in my life anymore. I want something new. I want something exciting. I want something that is better for me. There's no longer pretending anymore to make other people feel happy. This is about making you feel happy, which is what I'm getting, which I absolutely love. And it's with the connection with the divine that is going to help you do this. It's almost like slowly letting go of, Spirit is giving me the image of, you know, when children have those toys, or they're, okay, specifically a baby will have a dummy, right, as a safety mechanism to feel safe. It's a comfort, it's security. And then slowly the parents will sort of take that away from the child, because the child is growing up. The child no longer needs it. That's the vibe I'm getting of how Spirit is playing in this, Spirit's role. It's like taking away your safety or your security because it no longer fulfills that purpose anymore. You've outgrown it. Very fascinating, very exciting. Let's have a look about this new beginning, guys, because this is the shift here. It's like you're finally inviting what it is that excites you, and you don't have to pretend to be in something that is, I get, not very nice. Rebuilding. How exciting. Oh, let's keep going. Messages of forgiveness. Wow. Divine union. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Most of the piles. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3 have a massive connection with Spirit. It's crazy. So divine union, divine connection. You are honestly so connected with Spirit. Maybe you're asking, I will get to that in a minute, but I don't even know whether that, you got forgiveness twice. Messages of forgiveness, embody forgiveness, crown of stars and thorns. Okay. Maybe, okay, I'm trying to figure out whether this is to forgive yourself, or you want forgiveness from another person, or you just want forgiveness in order to rebuild your new life or your new chapter, or to move on. Maybe you need some closure from someone and you're hiding it. But what I'm really getting, the more I embody this energy, is the fact that you guys need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself. I don't know if you guys are being hard on yourself, or taking on someone else's burden or issues. We'll have a little look about this forgiveness, because you've got it twice here. And that is the way that you're going to be able to embrace this new beginning, by forgiving. And double connection with Spirit here. Wow. This is amazing. Moon in Capricorn, accomplishment. The Hermit. Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life. Serves personal creativity. Like, I definitely felt there was you withdrawing. Like with the moon, and there's definitely just a being alone by yourself, because it's too hard to face reality. It's too hard to try to, basically you need to forgive yourself so that you guys can like, this is actually the most intense energy out of this whole reading, because it's this conflict. I'm feeling like this battle within yourself where it's like, okay, the only way I can move on is if I forgive myself, because I think some of you guys are taking on other people's problems or responsibilities or things that are not even you need to take on. Like, this Four of Cups is telling me that you no longer belong somewhere, or you're no longer used somewhere. Like, this is about you taking a new direction. And I think Spirit is trying to highlight here, because we have, this is so fascinating, guys. Look at this. We have divine connection, messages of forgiveness, divine union, and body forgiveness. Spirit is telling you here to connect with Spirit and to forgive. Forgive maybe the people around you, or the situations around you, or what has outgrown you, or what no longer you want in your energy field, but you're pretending that I'm going to go along with it because I don't know, maybe it's just what you're used to. You don't want to, I'm getting this feeling like you don't want to disrupt anyone else's harmony. But you got to put yourself first, and you're going to make sure that you are happy. I don't care. I just get this sense, if you take this new beginning and this leap of faith and go a different direction, that you're going to cause havoc with everything else that is currently in your life. Scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. Moon in Capricorn, accomplishment. To have Moon in Capricorn, guys, I think pile number 3, there is something that you want to go off and do on your own, but you feel bad. Like, you feel bad if you go and do something, because you're going to leave behind people, or you're going to upset other people, or you're going to hurt other people. It's like that kind of feeling Spirit has given me. Pile number 3 is guilt. So when we want to do something for ourselves, other people may not want to cheer us on, or other people may not understand why we want to go and do what it is that we've decided that is best for us, or just to follow our own path in life. This is honestly you moving away to take a different direction and making other people feel uncomfortable. But Spirit is trying to say here, it's not you. It's not your fault. You just need to forgive yourself for blaming yourself. You have every right to move away from what does not interest you, or fulfill you, or make you happy. There is something that you do want to go after with the Moon in Capricorn, because the Moon in Capricorn is accomplishment. I honestly feel like there is something, okay, this is what Spirit is telling me. There is something that maybe puts you maybe a little bit above the people that you're around, or like you want to go after something and you feel maybe a little bit guilty. But Spirit is trying to say, you do that. You do what's best for you. Release the dark wound, let love live. Oh, far out. Yeah. Can you see what this Hermit is doing? Releasing the wound. Release the dark wound, let love live. So, how do we release the dark wound? By embodying forgiveness here, by connecting with Spirit and being one with Spirit. Like, your pile is like, you are so interconnected with Spirit. Spirit is with you. Like I said to pile number 1, that they're the most spiritual pile here, but you're far out. Like, I talk too soon. I talk too soon. This whole reading is like, I cannot believe Spirit's presence and how connected. Whoever watches this reading, whoever comes across it, even just for a little bit, you do not know how connected you are to Spirit. I have not had a reading out of all my YouTube videos that is this spiritual for every single pile. I mean, I don't know for pile number 4 because I haven't got there yet, but so basically what is happening for you guys that is very exciting, the shift that's happening, is that you're going to let go of something and you're going to forgive yourself for doing so. And your wound, because there's a wound here with the moon and the 4 of Cups, it's going to heal. And you're going to have this new beginning and you're going to be able to rebuild. Like, this is even like rebuilding yourself, your identity. Maybe some of you guys are wanting a whole new identity. Like, this is huge shift. This is a big, 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 big shift. This is kind of like moving away from everything that you knew to start again, to start afresh. And with the moon in Capricorn, you're going to be able to do it, guys. Like, if you're scared to walk away from something and you don't know whether you're going to survive, you will with the moon in Capricorn. Accomplishment. Scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. You got it. You may have a moon in Capricorn. If you do, this reading is definitely for you. I don't know why. Spirit just told me that whoever has a moon in Capricorn birth chart, this reading's for them. So let's get some intuitive messages. Let's kind of see a little bit about your new beginning, okay? So once you decide to really leave the past behind or things that you no longer feel happy about and you're just pretending, it's guys, I'm not going to joke. Like, I like my readings to be real. I don't like to sugarcoat anything, but with the moon, you guys are pretending that something isn't an issue. And now you guys are going to be faced to deal with it, and that is basically the positive shift here. Far out. Okay, you guys have a lot of intuitive messages, but we're gonna go out. Okay, so we have slow down. Oh my god, that fell on the ground. Ugh. Okay, this is really, really interesting, guys, because I always make sure how I'm acting within a reading, because it's sometimes I dissociate and it's not me and it's Spirit. I went to try to find the card that was here. Can you see? And Spirit made me pick up this card, which isn't the card that was there. I can't even remember what the card was there. Far out. I don't know. It's gone. Anyway. Spirit made me pick up this card. And look what it says. Message of warning. There is a warning here. And I'm going to put it here because that's where I wanted to put the card. Anyway, right there. If you keep pushing this down and repressing it and concealing it and hiding the truth and pretending that everything's okay when it's not, you're going to head yourself into the danger zone. This is a warning. So I think what is going to help you get out of this is to forgive yourself, because that is what is hurting you right now. Anyway, so slow down. You're heading into the danger zone. I think you will. Then we have the future, and what's next to rebuild. So you're going to be rebuilding your future. I think your future is going to be completely different to how you're living right now and how you are and who you are. This is big shifts, big shifts. And then what do we have here? I'm so proud of you. You have been through a lot. Stay strong. I never kind of read this card for you. Crown of Stars and Thorns. So she's wearing a crown of thorns. But the thing is that, like, she's proud of where she's come from. Stars always represent hope as well. So there is hope here. You guys will develop this sense of hope for the future and strength and appreciation and just even this sense of opening up to a new beginning, which may have been quite scary and frightful for you in the past here with the moon. But Spirit is trying to say, I'm so proud of you. You've been through a lot. Stay strong. So stay strong. Say kind words. Find someone in your life, a stranger, and say something positive. Yes. Some of you guys would be so in your own world because you're just trying to conceal things. And usually when we have to do that and pretend that everything's okay, it takes us within ourselves and we withdraw. So I think with the Hermit here, I'm not saying that you being by yourself is totally negative, because I think that's where you're going to realize that, okay, I can't stay here anymore. Spirit doesn't want me to stay here anymore. Where you're at, guys, because where you're at right now is going to shift big time. So say kind words. Say kind words to yourself. Find someone in your life or a stranger and say something positive, because you never know where that's going to lead you. With this card, it's always like, gives me this sense of, okay, if I say something positive, it could actually become a miracle. And that's what I'm getting from this card. In sync, and then we have love. And then we have let love live. So you're healing really deep, dark wounds, guys. You're healing trauma. You're healing things within yourself that have been stuck and stagnant and haven't been able to see the light. And that only comes through forgiveness here, okay? Forgiveness to other people who have hurt you, forgiveness to yourself. But connect with Spirit first, because it's like, there's just so much far out. Like, Spirit is with you so much. So if you guys are feeling alone, you're not alone. You're not alone. Okay, I want to get you a self-care one before we wrap up your reading, because yours was pretty heavy. Very heavy. This whole reading's been pretty heavy. Okay, we've got through. Okay, so, oh my god. Truth. The truth needs to be revealed, guys. Stop pretending it's not the truth. Truth is different at different levels of consciousness, reserve, judgment. I honestly feel like the truth is going to be brought to your awareness by Spirit, and you're going to have to... I just feel like if you don't reveal what needs to be seen or what the truth, then you're just going to end up causing yourself a lot more trouble, danger, and this is the warning here, and I think you're going to take it. Sovereign. You are the queen of your life. Treat yourself like royalty. Yes. Focus. Okay, what do you need to focus on? My absolute yes list. Oh. If you focus on what you don't want, there's a good chance you might get it. Focus on what you do want instead. Okay, so focusing on what you do want, because that will help you reveal your truth a lot more easier. And believing that you're a queen and that you're deserving and you're royalty and that you're worthy will help you release the truth. There's just some truth that you're hiding, and I want you guys to know that you're safe to expose it and not have to fake it or pretend that it's not an issue or a problem. Or okay, this is about putting yourself first. Part number 3, and you will be successful with the moon in Capricorn accomplishment. Okay, so part number 3, that was your reading. I hope there was something in there that you resonated with. I know it was a pretty heavy reading, but ultimately that's what's shifting. That's what's shifting. The truth is going to come out, guys. If you guys like my energy, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube, and hopefully I will see you in another reading. Okay, we are going into pile number 4. Welcome to your reading, pile number 4, and we're talking about your shifts, your changes, something that's going to shock you in your life. This is something that's positive though. This is something that you're going to enjoy. It's what you have to look forward to, basically. It's the Tower moment, but the Tower moment where, oh my god, I'm getting a channel straight away for this. You're going to be scouted. I just honestly got spirit saying into my ear that you're the chosen one, or someone's going to come and be like, hey, I need you on my team, or I need this, I need that. You have something that someone wants. I don't know what it is that you're doing right now, but you have something, and someone is going to see you. Like, if you guys are on, especially if you guys have a business, or if you have a social media following, someone is really going to see you and want what it is that you're offering. That's what I just channeled. How exciting. But let's just get rid of your cards and let me tap in deeper. For pile number 4, Spirit. Oh my, wow. Spirit just said you guys are not going to be feeling alone anymore. Okay, so you're going to have to, Spirit just said you're going to have to make some choices. What else, Spirit? For pile number 4. Okay, so basically I've got the energy of, I don't know what it is, but you feel like what you're doing is not working. Maybe some of you guys are like, hey, I don't see the rewards, or I don't see the efforts that I'm putting in. But that's what's coming here. Like, you're about to get rewarded big time. Like, this shift is not as spiritual as the other 3. This is very tangible. This is very materialistic. This is very, okay, you're going to be rewarded by the efforts that you've been putting in. And you'll know what they are. Let's get you some tarot. Like, this is big success. Oh my god. Like, usually I'll wait for the cards to tell me that, but the energy is just coming through big time. And I'm not even trying to look at the cards yet, because if I look at the cards, it will interfere with my channeling. But big accomplishments and success, and oh, far out. So guys, if you're building, if you're creating, if you're trying to get like a like you're giving something to the public, it's going to be definitely received, and you're going to be very successful. If you want to make if you're making products, wow, just wait. Like, this is the calm before you're booked out. If you do bookings, I'm just getting like you're booked out. That's what Spirit's telling me. You're booked out. You are soon going to be you're going to be overwhelmed because of the attention that you're getting and the demand that you're in. It's far out. I've never experienced this in a reading before. Just the energy. So I really, before I have a look at the cards, I really want you guys to put in a plan of how you're going to handle this, because whew, sometimes some people, like a lot of people, they all want to be famous, or they all want to be like have success and achievement and recognized, but it can be a lot, right, to handle. It's a lot of responsibility. So Spirit is giving me this energy of like, you guys need to have a plan when this happens, because it's going to happen. So whatever you're trying to build in your life, or whatever it is that I definitely feel like you are. If you're not, if you guys aren't my entrepreneurs, if you guys aren't, like, you don't even have to be an entrepreneur. You could be working for a company, and suddenly you get a job role that puts you in a whole different way of like being, because the job is you're suddenly in a position of power that is different to what you experienced previously. And can you see your cards? Kind of. So I'm just channeling before I have a look at your cards. So I'm just, you guys need to check in with yourself and make sure that this level of success that's coming for you doesn't take you or consumes you or swallows you up. I really want you to know this. You guys will probably need to you probably will need to outsource. You probably need to get, you'll need to figure out who to trust. That's coming through big time here. Because I just think you're going to be startled with how successful something becomes. Damn it, you can't really see that card. So I could give out 100 different examples, but this is success, guys. But it's success with something that you're creating or you're working on. If you guys want to be an actor, you're definitely going to be able to. If you guys want to be a writer, if you guys want to be a YouTuber and have 1 million views on one of your videos, or I'm just putting out 100 different examples because it's just rapid progress, rapid success, success that I think you're going to have to, Spirit wants you to have a plan before it happens. That's basically what a Spirit is sharing with me. So how are you going to handle that, guys? Because success is destined for you, and it can be quite take us off guard when it happens. We always think like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm waiting for the success. I'm waiting, you know, to be who it is that I want to be, and whatever dreams that I've envisioned, I want it, and you can have it in your mind, right? But then bang, when it happens, I don't think a lot of people are prepared for it. And I don't know why Spirit's telling me for you guys to be prepared for it. So I want you guys to, okay, Spirit wants me to give you advice. So Spirit wants you guys to act as if, okay, it's happening now. Oh my God, I'm getting so many clients. I've just got given this amazing contract, or I've been, like, I don't know why Spirit keeps saying a singer. So if you're a singer and someone signed a record deal for you, like, I want you guys to know that some opportunities are going to come in where it's going to speed up your career, and I want you to know how you're going to handle that now. Just pretend it's happened right now. How will you handle it? Like, I really want you guys to, I just don't want it to come at you and then you're just constantly overwhelmed, and because that's what Spirit is trying to say here. It could actually affect you in a way where it may be a little bit a bit of a struggle. So if you guys, because I don't think some of you guys are prepared for it, but you want it, but you just don't think it's gonna come in like 10 years or something. But it's around the corner, and this is what's shifting. This is the big positive change. So just act like it's happening now and ask yourself, okay, how am I going to handle this? What would I be doing? How will I be living? How will I make sure that this success doesn't destroy me? Because that's the vibe I'm getting here, guys. It's a level of attention or demand that you've never had before. A level of responsibility that you've never had before. So Spirit wants you to get like a plan in place to protect yourself and to look after yourself, and so that you can enjoy it when it comes, when it hits you. Because you deserve it, basically. So let's have a look at the cards, because you have a lot that's turned over. All right, so we have the Sun and Capricorn status. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. So I don't look at the cards when I'm channeling, but there we go. You may have a Capricorn, Sun, but work diligently towards your goals. You have been, or your status is going to increase. It's crazy. Like when you have the dog, companionship. Because you did choose the animal deck, guys. You chose the animal deck. Oh my god, you have work, the beaver. This is expansion in your career. But with the companionship. Oh, I'm getting a channel for that, but I want to have a look at the other cards. We have compassion. Oh, far out. Look at this. This Leo is amazing. An eclipse in Leo. Leos, they want to be seen. They are going to shine. You're going to shine brightly like the star you are. Like, reputation is going to increase. Something that you've wanted to put out there in the world, or something that you've wanted to develop skills for, something that, whatever the dream is that you want, you're going to achieve it. And then I think because you don't think you're that good, or you underestimate yourself, I'm getting that kind of vibe here, where you think you're not that good. There's other people that are so much better than me. No, you are the star here in pile number 4. You are the star. You're like eclipse in Leo. Definitely because it's connected to work. It's definitely something you're doing. You're working on. If you're not working on anything right now, this is the future. We have double numbers. We have 10 and 10. Sun and Capricorn, work diligently on towards your goals, and then we have communication. This is something that you're communicating to the world. Something it could be writing, speaking, anything to do with communication. Maybe you do that for your work. Exorcist, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Maybe that's something to do with what you do. Then we have the Saboteur, which is really fascinating. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment. Yeah. You guys don't see how valuable you are. Especially this part. Like, this is insane. Highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it will bring to your life. There is going to be, this is about the shift and the surprise and the changes that are coming in your life. You're leveling up in a way that you don't see coming and may not even be able to handle. So Spirit wants you to act like you're already there, so you don't get taken off guard, or you don't get swallowed up, or you don't get distracted, or you just like can handle it, because Spirit wants you to handle it. Spirit, that's why Spirit's giving me this like warning for you guys. So you need to act like you're already there and very, very successful, and your dreams will come true, and then just be able to oh my god, I don't even know how you're gonna have to do it. Like, I haven't even thought of this for myself, but it's embodying the fact that you are where you want to be, so you don't get shocked. Is that kind of vibe? That's what Spirit's trying to say here. Seek. Oh, look, seek status. So Spirit will speak to me in number sequences, which is the numbers going up. So you've got a 9 and a 10. So you're this is exactly what I was trying to say. So you need to seek that you are, where you want to be with the status. You need to invite it in. 6 of Wands, far out, guys. Do you know what the 6 of Wands is? Recognition, victory, recognition, basically. Success. And it's upright. You saw me shuffle this on camera. Like, the cards will always verify my channeling. It's insane. It's just what happens when you read energy very well. But, oh my god. Free from judgment, free to love. Yeah, free from... Like, I don't know what it is, but I just kind of feel like you underestimate yourself. You are able to help people through something, okay? So, like, there's something that you offer that you help allow this sense of freedom from other people. With the Exorcist. Let's have a look at this one. Simplicity, devotion, empathy. Saintries, you're a saint to people. Just having a look at the numbers, because the numbers represent, oh my god, is that 41? Yeah, no. A gift of solitude, warm my heart, 29, with compassion. Okay. So we got 29, 29. A gift of solitude. Guys, I just sense that you are those type of people that are not, you're not showy off, you're not seeking attention, okay? And this is going to come to you guys, and Spirit wants to really help you be able to handle it when it does come. You're going to be very grateful. I think you guys just have a lot of compassion, have compassion that may help you with the heavy, because everyone may want to go viral, everyone may want a level of status or success, but what people don't realize is that comes with a lot of pressure, that comes with a lot of stress, that comes with a lot of it just comes with so much to handle. And with these two cards here, with simplicity, empathy, solitude, this is your energy. This is your energy. And it's almost so pure. It's almost like I don't want you guys to have this pressure of being, because when we get this level of success or status or reputation, it can ruin this purity and this simplicity that we once were, because we have all this attention put on us, we have all these opinions put on us, we have people try to rip us apart and tell us who we are and what we stand for. So Spirit is trying to say that you guys need to make sure you know who you are, so that the level of fame and recognition and status and success, that when it does come, it doesn't swallow you up and drown you and you forget who you are. So make sure you know, maybe guys, okay, what I'm kind of feeling like is you need to take some time out and you need to really, this is big. I've never had this in a reading. You need to literally write out a plan, or really write out your values and how you want to be when this happens, and how you're going to handle it. And that's what Spirit's basically trying to say here with your reading today. Let's get some intuitive messages, because I think these are going to help you. These are going to be some advice for you and what you can do. And congratulations, by the way. I'm just going to say congratulations. But usually when something becomes so exposed and in demand, it loses its innocence and purity. And I think that's what Spirit doesn't want to happen to you, because you're so amazing and beautiful. Okay, so let's have a look. You're smarter than you think. Find a solution. Have a different perspective. You have so many cards. Why am I giving so many? I don't know. Let's just put them all here for you. Do something creative. You have a talent. Okay, so yeah. So it could be something that you're doing creatively that becomes really successful. Okay, I can't put this in the camera, so I'm just gonna put it here. So, how can you make more money? Well, you will be anyway, so I think that's maybe what you're trying to do right now. These are interesting messages. I'm going to start with these two. So we have, you're smarter than you think, find a solution, have a different perspective, and break up. Okay. As soon as I looked at these two cards, I kind of feel like you're going to find a solution to something. You're going to help people or the world break up with something in their life that is not good for them. Because we have the Exorcist here, which is destructive impulses, helping other people get through destructive impulses. So your perspective is very valuable here with helping other people find solutions. That's basically what those two mean. Then we have spirit sending you messages, what keeps repeating in your life. Yeah. So I think you were led here on purpose to do something creative or whatever talent you have, or what you, yeah, you have a talent or you're doing something creative that's going to be really, really successful. And it may have taken you a while to accept that here. That's what I'm sensing. Yeah. Love is closer than you think. Don't give up on finding love. These three are very interesting. And I think these three are going to help you be able to handle the level of recognition and success that is going to happen in your life. So love is closer than you think. Don't give up on finding love. So you need to be open to receiving love and sharing love. More so receiving love, because we have breaking down walls of your old self and being more open and social to those you love, reconnection with the relationship. And what did we have over here? We had a companion. I definitely knew that this was someone. There is going to be someone in your life that you trust, that you get along with, that you consider to be a safe place, and who knows who you are before this level of success comes in and kind of paints a different picture of who you are, because that's what level of success does, guys. Reputation. Like, Spirit is trying to say that you'll be able to come back to this person and ground yourself and be in touch with who you really are before the success happened, because I think that's really important with handling this success and enjoying it. So yeah, break down the walls of your old self. Yeah, you're going to be able to be your old self with this person. That is what I'm feeling. So there is someone in your life that you love, that you trust, that has been with you for a very long time. I think there's a really strong connection with them. You need to develop a relationship with yourself before being in a stable, loving relationship with another. Okay. I'm sorry, but I didn't get love here at all. So I'm going to say that this is about you not losing yourself when this level of success comes into your life. Because that's the whole, like, your message is really specific, Partner Before. So this is what developing a relationship with yourself is going to be about. It's about you planning how you're going to not lose yourself when the success comes, how you're going to be able to manage it, how you're going to be still real and authentic to yourself and not let their success swallow you up and turn you into something that you're not. So make sure you know who you are and develop a relationship with yourself right now, so that you stand firm with who you are now, because success can shift that. We can get so caught up in the success and how other people are viewing us and seeing us, and usually our self-worth is going to be can sometimes be dependent on that, on other people's opinions of us and how we're viewed by other people. But this is about you not losing your relationship with yourself and loving yourself. So pile number 4, I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope you got something out of it. Very powerful, amazing. I'm so glad you're going to be rewarded for all your hard work and shown, like your talents are going to be shown, because I definitely feel like some of you guys have talents, skills, or there is just something that you're working on that really, really hard, and it's going to be very, very successful. So I am so proud of you. If anything resonated in this reading, feel free to leave a comment. I know this is interesting because it's going to happen in the future, so you can't really like resonate with because you can't see it yet, but it's definitely coming for you guys. If you guys liked my energy, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you in another reading.